Welcome back, welcome back. So I'm literally just watching a whole bunch of like little videos, little tickety tock things or whatever, where the people sound horns. And it's not like I didn't know this information already. Like I kind of already knew this information, cause like you know what I mean. Once you start learning about one thing, it leads to another. So they was talking about the FBI and the CIA and how I guess they were formed or whatever. And then they was talking about like how there's the government and then there's the FBI and then there's the CIA. And the CIA is basically its own thing. Meaning no one man, no government that, our government don't control the CIA. They don't take orders from them. They do what the fuck they want to do, when the fuck they want to do it, and that's the reality of life. Now for me, understanding like hierarchies and like certain things, like that's what the Bible teaches you. And Satan thought he can win because he didn't realize, nah, nigga, there's dudes that you don't even know about, goofy ass nigga. There's powers you don't know about, goofy ass nigga. So you think you're gonna overthrow shit, but you're not realizing. The Lord always has eyes on everything. Like when Satan first started running his fucking mouth to all the other angels, did the Lord destroy him? No. He called him to his room and said, tell that little nigga to come in. And he said, hey, little nigga, I heard you talking shit, right? You could be me? If the Lord was sitting in his throne room, how the fuck did he know he was running his fucking mouth about him? It's sort of like he got eyes and ears everywhere, And unbeknownst to his stupid ass, he probably tried to recruit one of his secret agents. You get it? And the fact of like he could see everything, so that would mean if man want to copy anything like God, you're going to have to do what he does. So one day in the future, you're going to have a secret organization of people that nobody knows about. So when the time comes and shit needs to get done, no one can stop you because they don't know that. Nigga, we already know everything you're doing, nigga. Your best friend's one of us. Your wife's one of us. And then that shit like blew my mind, cause like I played for the last couple of years, 7 years of my life, I've been playing and studying this game Division 2, and the whole game's about fucking the country like falling to pieces, and the organizations of the government trying to fucking gain control back over the country, and arguing and fighting with each other about it, and since civil law and reality is not, it's fucked up. So now they're not gonna play around no more. No, now they're gonna, you don't want me to be in charge? Well, how fucking powerful are you really, nigga? And then the whole twist of the game of the good guys being the bad guys and the bad guys really being the good guys, but they're really triple, third rogue agents and they're really bad guy, bad guys. So literally before the game's still going on. And the cliffhanger was that America made a AI system to run their country. And then the rogue agents within their country copied the fucking thing and made their own AI that was so smarter than the AI that the AI didn't even know that it was being used from the inside. So the rogues had their own super AI computer that actually was attached to, or some type of weird shit like that, And I was like, yo, this shit is so crazy. And now we're living in this new future. It's not too distant from, learning that game about the dollar flu, how it almost ended the world. And then, I started thinking about, like, my life and all these things. And I started just thinking, like, yo, yeah, the division agents were all regular-ass people. And whenever they were called, they came to do their job, They were always there to be there for the rebuilding of society in case of a collapse, Even the division agents, at one point in the story, everyone in the world thought they were the bad guys. They thought they went crazy and they wanted to, like, betray the government. Because the bad guys are so fucking smart, they said, we got to get everyone to think they're the bad guys. That way we look like the good guys. And it was just so many things going on. And the story never really ended, and I stopped listening to it. I stopped playing it as much. Because it's like I'm living Division myself. And, so, like, a nigga ain't got time to be, you know what I mean? And that shit just scared the shit out of me, because I just thought to myself, like, when they're recruiting these people, like, the thing they were saying, they were showing recruits or recruitment. They were talking about how they recruit people. And it's just like regular people or whatever, right? And then there's one, I don't know if she is FBI or CIA, I don't know which one it was. But she was giving a story of how, like, these human traffickers be fucking, like, they're criminals that are so smart. It doesn't matter how much technology and all that, you're not going to catch them. They know what the fucking deal is. And if you betray them, you're going in the dumpster. You're going in the barrel of acid or some shit type shit. Like, these men were so good that they needed to get the government involved to catch these fucking guys. So they send this woman in that literally looks like the everyday woman. And she even describes it like that. She's like, the reason they send people like me in is because we don't look like cops. We don't look like agents. We don't look like nothing but regular ass people. And we study acting. We study how to have false confidence and all these different things to gain favor over these men. And she had to go in as overseas prostitute that was something happened, supposedly her story was. Long story short, it just made me realize, like, yo, bro, like, this, like, that shit is crazy, bro. See, for you people, you don't give a fuck and you don't have to. But when you see a president say, black men are the most dangerous thing to America. They're the most dangerous. And I'm like, wait up. I wasn't even born when you said that. And I believe in America. And what the fuck are you talking about? How the fuck am I dangerous? Then you think maybe, well, it's slave days, it's the slave shit. They probably think we crazy and we crazy. We gonna go crazy. We gonna get mad, and we might go crazy like all the other people around the world that go crazy, from being done dirty. And then I said, but we don't never go crazy. We been free for man long. We got hit with multiple tricks that prove your ass still ain't free and I ain't gonna play fair with you, and we still don't go crazy. Hundreds and hundreds of our people have been murdered and nothing ever happened, and we still don't go crazy. Our leaders that just wanted to help feed our children without the assistance of the government. Like everyone else begs and begs and begs and begs and puts more debt on the government. We're sitting here like, nah, we gonna figure out how to do this on our own. You ain't even gotta help us. And then you gonna stop that shit? Anyway, I got a reading that a woman with glasses is a fucking agent or a cop or something, and that she wants to talk to you, you know? And I couldn't believe it for man long until I seen this fucking, this thing. And I was like, yo, why would they want to fuck with you, bro? You're nobody. And then I realized, well, you be talking about a lot of trying to figure out truth, and you talk about a lot of shit, my nigga, that, you know what I mean? Greater people got silenced for. You're lucky that it's the years where those documents can come out anyway. So you're allowed to talk about shit because, they openly tell everybody everything they do later on. So that baffled my mind, And then I started thinking about all these crazy events and all these homeless ass, dusty ass niggas and all these fucking people that was fucking with me for the last year. And I'm like, how many of you niggas are really paid jabronis? You're not one of them. But you know what I'm saying? I'm a very fucking dumb man. But I know I'm not that dumb. And I'm not saying I'm not special where these people are really watching me or trying to plot. But, it's real strange every time I put out a video. Certain videos, I get one view, knowing damn well I watched the video myself from 3 different devices. Then, when because 3 years of watching your numbers and everything, literally, and you start seeing you have more subscribers but less views. How the fuck that work? And then I started thinking about all my readings and how hidden enemies this and that. Just keep doing your thing, follow the law, go to work, don't commit crimes. And the more and more your enemies fuck with you, the more and more niggas gonna start going in that floor. People trying to manipulate your life and make sure you go a certain way. And they're going in the floor. So, I recently met somebody with glasses. And I will pray against you. Because I got to find out. And if you're really not, I've been on a winning streak. Every time I open that book and pray against one of you niggas, and I know your face now, you get it? See, you understand? And I don't need to know your face. I don't need to know none of you. I didn't know Nino's face for years. Half these motherfuckers getting hurt up here, I didn't even know they were enemies until I seen these niggas hurt. So, like I said to them, leave me alone. Do your research from afar. It's a free country, Or just do whatever, y'all gonna do, bro. Like, leave me the fuck alone, though. I ain't got no power to stop y'all. Sound the horns. My daddy do. And I'm a realist. I'm not one of these fake-ass Hebrew Israelites. I'm not one of these fake-ass Jesus believers. I'm not one of these idiot-ass people that don't believe that the Lord will allow you people to take one of us away. That's been a part of it. His son came down here to prove that fucking point. But I'm also not one of these dumbass niggas that don't believe the Lord will not fuck yous up. And I'm going to do a little video on it. I'm already getting it ready now about how, Russian CIA or government just let out the documents about how the aliens turned their soldiers into stone because they shot their aircraft down. And then the alien beings got out and transformed into a beam of light or some shit. And then turned all the soldiers to stone. Limestone, right? What's the pyramids and all those things made out of? Limestone. So when people say, how did they move those big ass bricks over there? Because it was mud. And then the aliens used it to turn it to limestone. You get it now? And wouldn't that, prove how the pyramids got built in a weird way, right? You don't need gravitational nothing when you have a laser that can carve into regular ass rock, or people that can carve into rock, and then you can just transform the stone into limestone. And then wouldn't that match what my father said about Sodom and Gomorrah? And wouldn't it make sense now why those places burn up and burn? You know, they explode in the fire. Does it make sense now that he just sends his buddies down, and then they hover over your town, and then he says, you're going fucking bye-bye? And then what happened? What happened to that guy's wife when she looked back? She turned to stone. What did the Lord tell her? What did the Lord tell him? Don't look back. When I tell you to leave the city, leave the fucking city. If you look back, if you go back, you're done. And what happened to her? Oh, she got turned to a pillar of salt. So that kind of matches that the Lord's real. The Lord said that the Euphrates River would dry up one day, and it's dry. The Lord said his people will go on in slave ships. You get it? So more and more that I learn that my father is really real, and all the things of the Bible that we like to joke around about, like this is impossible. Well, now it's not. Now we just need to figure out how a talking snake can happen, you know? I wonder if the aliens can manipulate stone and change the molecular structure and make one stone into another stone. I wonder if they could change the molecular structure of the voice box of a snake, allowing it to speak. Oh, is that magic, or is that just God power? Now can you look at God like a magician, you know? And stop looking at God like some fucking guy that has no powers and he can't do anything. When you actually look at God for what a God is supposed to be, and they can do anything, you get it? That's when the Bible starts making sense. You people don't believe in my father. You believe in fucking idiot stories that to you doesn't make sense. Because you can't figure out any science that would literally prove, oh, this shit's in my face right now. I actually see animals speaking right now. I can actually talk to a fucking bird, a parakeet and shit. It can actually mimic my words. It can actually talk. You get it? Anyway, this is not a threat. This is not a nothing. This is a, you know, I don't know how much my father loves me, but I do know I'm still here. I do know everybody I get angry at, something's, you know, things start happening, and I'm getting really angry at what I'm finding out about my life. And I'm praying, and I'm going to start writing my bars, and we're going to see how powerful I really am. We're going to see how powerful all these techniques that keep coming out, and they say your words are powerful and you're connected to God and all. We're going to start seeing how real that shit really is, you know? Because I want to be left alone. I don't want to be nobody's experiment. I don't want nobody trying to figure shit out about me. I don't consent to any surveillance, if you're going to study me to figure out shit, I need to get paid. Unlimited. There is no amount. There ain't no, oh, you get a check and nah, nigga, I get a black card and millions of dollars to spend anytime I want. You know what I mean? But a limit, you know, everything's got to have a limit, because if you get too much money, then you can start building things that you're not supposed to, and you can get in trouble. So I understand, like, the allowance you put your buddies on, where they can just get anything, go anywhere, and just get things and just do things. See, that's the kind of rich I want to be. I just want to have a nice land, you know, car, something, regular shit. I don't want to be like the rest of these faggot-ass niggas that work for y'all. They need everything. I just want to be left alone. I want to find my little bit of group of people and be left alone and do what the Lord said. Let you people do whatever the fuck it is that y'all want. This y'all world. Lord said, mind your fucking business, find the others, and get the fuck out of the way. Can we get out of y'all way? Can y'all stop trying to get us to get out of your way? Y'all don't want us here. When we use our reality and our knowledge, we're going to talk to people. When we talk to people, we make people aware. I think the door to forgiveness in the Lord, I think it's closing, and the Lord don't give a fuck about majority of these people no more anyway. So when he closes the door to forgiveness, that means our job is done. We don't need to talk to nobody no more. They're yours. You know, like God said, if you're not with him when he closed that door, you're with Satan. So, you know, I don't think my father cared about most of these people. I mean, look at half these people. Most of them are fucking losers. They're never gonna do nothing in life. You know what I mean? Majority of people are just junkies and druggies. Majority of poor people wanna play. Oh, we wanna play for. Most of you are worthless. It's worthless. I see why they do what they do to y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? I don't condone it. I don't like it. But when I look at half these people, these mortals, these idiots, makes me mad. You know? You put these type of fucking dust bunnies above my people. When they're nothing but look like this. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. You need to take some of these niggas that y'all put above us. Y'all need to put them down as nigga status, bro. These niggas ain't doing nothing for y'all. You recruited a bunch of fucking retards. And the saddest part is they'll betray yous. They'll betray yous. Half these motherfuckers that y'all got in y'all country and y'all use them to keep us down in certain things. You do realize these are gonna be the people that start betraying this country, right? They're only playing for the highest bidder, my nigga. They ain't got no love and no honor. They don't even love their own fucking people. How you gonna trust a traitor? All love, all praise to the Most High.